she's a real role model for me. We love that, love it. Hey guys, I'm Katishcka Kiara. I am an actress, model, and content creator, and I'm really keen to share a bit of my journey with you guys today.
So, what was the moment when you realized you were blowing up? What was that one video or that moment?
So I think my journey definitely started out as more of a performer and an actor, and I think that gave me a platform to be able to explore content creation. So yeah, I think on TikTok, when I did create my first Indian families at restaurants, you know, I think the key to it is really authenticity, because I basically just filmed my actual family and what they were actually doing at a restaurant that day, and all of a sudden, it just went viral, and I was like, that's crazy. But you know, myself included, I mean, people love to see authentic, real content these days. So yeah, I think that was probably one of the first moments. It was like, wow, and this is cool because people responded to it.
I want to know, how long did it take you to get your first gig?
Yeah, so my journey began with, I studied acting at AFTA in Durban, and I basically completed my degree in 2019, and the next year was COVID 2020, my first year in the industry. But I was really grateful because, you know, a lot of opportunities were still available, and that's when I did my audition. I had just gotten my agent, and I did my audition for Blood and Water, and I got it at the end of the year. So it took me, about a year to get my first acting gig, and then that was my first big acting gig, and that sort of gave me the platform to then go into exploring things like content creation and stuff like that.
Why do you think you would encourage others to also pursue this?
I think creative fields and things like performance and content creation, I think if you know it's for you, you just know. There's a huge amount of there's just a huge amount of passion and also healing that comes for me from sharing content and being creative with it. So I think if anyone has, you know, the sort of urge to explore it or is thinking about it, I think 100% do it, because you really find yourself and your voice, and it's just such an incredible journey of being able to share that and inspire other people to also do the same. So yeah.
That's beautiful. I think you spoke about finding yourself and finding your voice. Maybe you can impart some knowledge onto us, or even your younger self. What piece of advice would you give the younger Katishcka?
I think younger Katishcka, I think I was always a creative, and this was always my dream. What I'm doing now, I'm so grateful to be doing, because it was always the dream. But I think the only thing that stood between the dream was really me, you know. So to my younger self, I would definitely just say, stop worrying so much about what everyone around you is doing or what you think everyone around you is gonna think, and just don't be. I know that the journey happened the way it did for a reason, but yeah, there's no need to be so restrictive of yourself. Step into your authenticity. The creative journey and the lifestyle of creatives is definitely not conventional, and even up till now, it's still something that I sometimes question, because it's so different to the lives of people around me. But it's the greatest thing to really just. It's a power, and it's really sharing a message that's so beautiful. So I think I would just say, don't overthink it, just embrace it. It's gonna lead you to the most beautiful journey ever.
Do you have a role model that you take after?
Yeah, I think definitely in terms of a mentor in the industry, I was also very glad to have met so many people along the way that really helped me, particularly my lecturer at AFTA, Sir Rule. He's still a mentor to so many of South Africa's greatest actors that have been trained by him, and he's still acting. I mean, he won a Simon Sabella Award 2 months ago. So he was a great mentor, and so I really, yeah, in terms of my training and sort of navigating the business side of being an actor, I was really inspired by him. And in general, in terms of other actors in the industry, you know, Mindy Kaling, like, she is a real role model for me in terms of the way that she was able to prioritize representation of Indian and South Asian people, not just through her work as a writer, and then also as an actor, and now as a producer and a showrunner and a creator of shows. So that's something that I would really want to do in the future. And she's really opened the gates already for the rest of us.
So obviously in your journey you spoke about going to AFTA and pursuing your dream through AFTA and how things have worked out since then. But there have been some sacrifices, I'm sure. Could you allude us to some of those?
Yeah, of course. As I said, you know, a huge part of my journey was first me choosing the journey for myself and realizing that I could do it. So initially, I didn't believe that I could, because it's scary. It's like the dream is here, you're here, and it's this daunting process that you don't know the logistics of yet. So initially I actually applied to do a BSc in bio at WITS, and I was there, and I kind of just put my dreams aside because I didn't believe that I could achieve it immediately, or that it would be a stable enough career for me. So I was kind of choosing the backup plan. But I think you very quickly realize, like, you know, instinctively, and like that gut feeling is so loud that you can't ignore the dream. And that's really, I literally got signs, you know, like things were just not working out. I wasn't happy in that space. It just wasn't for me. And I realized, like, I had to follow my passion and my dream, because that was what was gonna actually make me feel like I was shining, you know, so yeah.
So the last question for the day, and it's so pertinent to ask this because you've really poured your heart and soul into the answers, and we felt you across. We want to know, when can we vote you to become our president?
You know, guys, I'm running for office next year. Please, I'm gonna have a whole campaign, so like, y'all can be out there. I'm here to save the people. We love that. Love it. Thank you. Thanks, guys.